Hello everybody, Dragana here from Saacibo. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, not too stressed out about the holidays and everything. But today I was going to relax a little bit just in my craft room, and I thought I share this process with you. I'm going to be making altered buttons. Something like this. I have a few in my shop. I like to do them in batches. And it's been a while since I've done new ones, so I was doing it the other day and I really enjoyed myself, and I thought I'm going to be making more in front of the camera this time. And I want to make some buttons for my eyeglass cases slash bookmarks. You know, these ones are just too plain. You know, if you have a handmade product that's really different and you can tell it's handmade, you want buttons to match as well. And example for this one, I mean, I suppose I can use that, but it's just, I don't know, it doesn't match really what I'm trying to achieve with this product. So I thought I'll make some with you. What we need is some buttons, and I have here some, any buttons. Doesn't really matter what color or shape. If you want medium size, you want larger ones, it's up to you. Whatever you have, can be anything really. And because we're going to change the color to them anyway. We also need a sanding block. You get that in hardware store, some sanding paper, whatever. I have this, so I'm going to use that one. Also, we'll need some varnish, any varnish you've got, maybe some white glue, napkin glue, decoupage glue, whatever you have. I might be using some acrylic colors as well. I'm not sure. I have them here ready. I have some pink and green and beige. I'm gonna perhaps do a couple with acrylics. I'll think about it. I try not to because it's not really permanent then, but I might do a few. And also some of these finger waxes, metallic paints that like in silver and gold, bronze. So I like to use those. I don't know the exact name. It says finger metallic. There's this one as well, iridescent sky blue. It's got a bit of a blue tinge, and some Inca gold. What type of paints I mean, like the ones that are like wax based, finger wax, that's what it says here. Whatever you have. I have a few of them. I like to work with them, but it could be even just silver, just gold, or whatever you have. And most of all, I have some images here that I want to use on my buttons as well. So I have some book pages, some wrapping papers, and even some digitals. These are wrapping papers. This comes from a flower bag. I want to try out different things. I have this lovely bag that Steffi sent me in Happy Mail. I want to try using that because I really like the fact that it's brown and it's got these lovely images and text. I'm going to use some of that. And I also have these magazines. This one was also sent to me by Steffi. And I really like this text on this kind of golden brown background. So I want to do a couple of buttons with that one. Similar to here, you see, I put music sheet, but I want to do that with this. I want to try what it looks like. Okay, and I've got some other magazines. I don't know if I'm going to use all of it or some of it, but I just have it here for inspiration. And another thing is, this project is really great if you have bits and pieces of napkins left from other projects, things like that, offcuts that have some pattern or color, because you only need smaller amounts, smaller pieces. And I have here some images of butterflies. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but I might. I'll just leave them there. And this is just like a tissue paper that's been tea stained. but I like the texture, so I might use it as well. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see how it goes. So I think I covered all the materials. Now all we have to do now is get going. Okay, let's start. Which one should we do first? Let's do a few with the book pages. For the book pages, music sheets and things like that, I prefer to use buttons that don't have this, you know, edge. If they do, you can always turn them around. It's the same thing. But, you know, I wouldn't use a button like this because it's kind of not flat. So with these ones, I'd rather paint them. But those ones, you see, they are kind of perfect for, you know, adding a book page. This one as well. But these ones especially, and also these ones, they have some writing, but you know, if we're gonna cover that with the book page or you know, it doesn't really matter, it won't be visible. Even if it shows a little bit, that's alright. We've got quite a few of those. So let's do something with these first. So what's really important with this is that you first off sand off this plasticky shine, otherwise your glue is not going to adhere properly, and you want to achieve kind of like a, you know, look, distressed look. So you just go around. You don't worry about the side that's going to be underneath, so that can stay as it is, but just the sides and the top. Okay, just oops, that's what I'm talking about. So, you know, just the edges. It just adds that distressed look, and you, whatever you put, whether it's just paint or book pages, it's gonna be glued easier. Okay, so let's do the same for all of them. All right, let's see what we have here. We have this old book page. Like I said, I want to use some of that. Thinking grab a piece with the text, enough to cover the button. Just like that. So that can be one. I'm going to use a music sheet on this one. What else do we have? We have this. This is like wrapping paper, but perhaps I can do that one. Okay, and one with the book page. What else? Oh yeah, I said I was going to use that textile one. And I think I wanted something else. That wrapping paper is interesting as well. It's got this rose. Oh yeah, I have one of these muffin papers. I thought I'll do one with the rose. I just want to see what it's gonna look like in the end. So I think I wanted to try that. I'll just do one more. Okay, because I wanted this wrapping paper with the star. If I can get the star in the middle, that would be great. So I'm going to use just the, it's called napkin glue, which is, you know, just white glue. And I'll just use a soft brush. So I'll just cover this with this glue. Oh, look, cut 2 pages. Anyway. Just put some glue on top as well. So we're not going to cover the sides, just the top bit. A bit of a black is showing through because we have a dark button underneath. That's fine. We could have tried that on a lighter color button like this, or even on the white one. Oh, just do quickly. Just so that we can compare the results later on. My neighbors are having a party. I can hear the music, it's so loud. And excuse me, I can't ask them to not, you know, just stop. But it's a duplex house, so whatever they do on their side of the house, we can hear, and vice versa. That's the way life is. It's Sunday morning here. And it's a really beautiful sunny day after a lot of snowy days. So it's one of those days, my favorites in the winter, when after the snow, when everything is white, and the next morning sunshine. I love it. Now we need to leave this to dry a little bit, and while that is drying, I'm going to prepare some buttons that I want to use napkins on. Now with the napkins, I tried using napkins on a darker colored buttons, and you know, I got an interesting result, but not really what I wanted because the image was barely visible. you know how napkins turn kind of translucent once they you add glue to them, so I would probably do that on the lighter color buttons. Let's see what I have here. I've got these white ones and got pink ones, and just some of these also, although they're small, would be difficult to work on. Okay, let's just, maybe this one. Oh, there's a see-through one. That might be good to use. Okay. Alright, so the process is the same. First of all, we have to sand these. These are just really ordinary plasticky looking buttons. So let's have a look at the napkins we've got. I've got these with butterflies, and I was thinking, although it's what won't be visible, but maybe I'll just try this with the butterfly. This seems to be a small one. Which one should I use? This one maybe. It's good. Still, you can tell there's a butterfly there, so that's good. That's what I want. Because when I tried the other day, I used the same napkin, but on a darker color button, and really you couldn't even tell. And I wanted to make those dragonflies, these ones, barely visible. But we can also add these on top of, say, this one. Maybe we can do a dragonfly on top of that one. Let's try that. Oops, maybe a smaller one. I'll try to destroy the bird. Sorry, bird. Just making a mess. It's so hard to do when your fingers are sticky. Oh no. I think I will use it on the smaller one. That looks nice, I think. And on this one, maybe we can do the butterfly. Let's try to cut it. no idea which way is up. Oh, there's number 5, so it should be that. But I want to add some of this first. So we're just doing a bit of layering. Because I want the whole button to have that texture. Then I'm going to add this. Now with the white ones, I think I want some of these. Want that effect, like watercolor effect. I find this really relaxing. Oh, how cute is that? I like it. I'm glad I tried it. Let's just get rid of it. It's so cute, I think. And what about the see-through one? What can we have there? Maybe this. This one's going to be difficult to handle. Not sure. It turned kind of dark. But let's leave it. And what about the pink ones? Well, we can just add texture with this, you know, just to have them a little bit. You know, once this is dry and we add varnish, then we can use some of those finger wax paints, and that will bring out any wrinkles, texture to the surface. Here, might as well just. I wanted to use one of the roses. Or maybe this bit there. Just cut so it's easier to handle. Because I think it might look good on this button. Let's test it. I hope I'm in the camera. If I'm not, that would be a shame. Yeah, it does have really interesting, because we have the pink underneath and the flowers have a little bit of pink as well as yellow, I think. The effect is really cute. I'm really happy with that one. It almost looks like we had put some fabric on top. Weird. And we also have these leaves. Thinking maybe over this have a bit of green. Again, we're layering. We're just playing around, seeing what we can come up. I will leave these to dry for about an hour and then I will be back. These are still a little bit sticky. It's been not an hour, maybe 45 minutes. And I glued a few more of the chunky ones with just book pages and the pictures that I cut out of little butterflies. And I tried this one as well and that one, so see what the results are later on, but these will need to dry even longer because I've just done them now. And I really want to start working with this, but you know, they're still a little bit sticky, so I thought while they're drying we'll just prepare the buttons that we plan to use paint on. So I've got a few that I want to try it on. So it's the same process. We need to sand them first, and I have no idea where my sanding block is. What have I done with it? Oh, it's right there. It's so messy in here that sometimes things are staring at me and I can't see them. So I'll just move this further up. So with buttons like this that are kind of dented, you can't really sand the middle part, but I probably wouldn't even paint it. I just distress what I can, and then I don't basically change the whole color. It still stays the black, but I put some effects. I find that gold and bronze and silver look really good on black buttons that are distressed like this. So we'll try different things. Do these as well. We'll just do one. And we have these. Again, you can't really sand off everything, and they're not really suitable for gluing things onto them, but they are good if you want to paint on. And you know, I wouldn't use these buttons on clothes or anything like that that's going to be washed. This is just for, you know, your crafts, like for decorations, for your journals, for journal closures, for, you know, accessories, basically things that are not going to be worn or washed in a washing machine or in water. I think this one might look good with some silver. Where is the silver? This. So what I do is basically, it says finger wax, so I just use my fingers. You just get a little bit and you just brush it. You don't want to put too much like I just did. But and you do the sides as well. And you can also do like half silver, half gold or something like that. But and then for the inside you just go this like this, and if the button has already some sort of pattern there going on, it will show. You see, this is black and I didn't even see that it had those lines, but when I added silver they showed up, and I think that's just gorgeous. Okay, should we try the gold on this one or bronze? Let's do bronze. Just to get a bit dark. I'm loving it. The sides. How gorgeous are they? So much better than what we had, just plain black. I think so. That's how you do it with those paints. Now I said I was going to show you how to do it with acrylic paints, and I thought let's just do those two. What color? Let's do one with green and pink. Just get a little bit of green. These are called antique powder, but they're acrylic paints, but they dry really fast, and I love using them for this. So I'm just using here powder pink, and that one was mold green. Okay, and you can do this with the brush, I suppose, but I find that with the sponge, any sort of sponge, it works better. So I'll start off, let's make them in like two colors. So just dab green, this sides as well, and we'll do the pink on the other side. Now this gets tricky because there's nothing to hold it, so I'm just going to use this. I might have to wait till it dries so that I can do the side, but it's going to be quickly, I think. One more green. Okay. What about this one? Let's do just pink. Because the button is green. Actually, show, and then on those two, I think I want to just use these finger waxes. This one would look good with gold, I think, because it's kind of like a dark blue. Let's just use this one. like an old gold. And I just want to do this edge and around. Maybe leave the middle blue. And this one. I also have these, and they have, this one is got a bit of a blue, this one a bit of a pink, and this one with green. Let's just do pink on pink. I just want to see what it looks like. Oops. Can't really see anything. No, not working. I want to actually, I'll just wipe that off while it's still fresh. I want to use a bit of ink for this one, just to darken it up a bit around the edges. And now around, I think I want to add that bronze. Again, not really showing. What about ink gold? Yeah, this one's showing. So just dab like that. I want the gold, but I also want some of that pink to still show. I just want it to look really distressed, grungy. So that's that one. Let's see if any of these are dry. So the best way to do this is to just, with the sanding block, nice. And we have holes here. So from this side, you just go a little bit, just so you know where they are. And this one is a little bit, let's see, thicker, and I want to push the paper to the inside. I think it's gorgeous. You can do a bit of inking just to get that going. Now we can add gold or silver or any of these. But let's just sand them all first. I love how that one looks like. Oh, that's the one that doesn't have holes on the front. That's perfect. even better, we don't have to do much. Oh my god, they already look so nice. Look. Okay, which one now? Let's see. Maybe this one. You see how when you do it from this side, the paper lifts up, so that's why you need a different tool, a bit thicker, to put the paper back inside, to push it back inside. I think it's gorgeous, that one as well. And this one, I destroyed a little bit, I'll just add a bit more glue. Okay, what about this one? I'm dying to see what this one looks like. Nice. It's a shame I didn't put the butterfly in the middle, but it still looks fine. One thing though, buttonholes go right through the rose, so you can't really see the rose, but it's still, I think, a very cute button. Again, the buttonholes go right through the rose, so next time I'd probably choose a button like this that doesn't have holes if I wanted an image to stand out. Well, we learn. Every time we learn something. Still sticky. Maybe this one's not that bad. I like what it looks like. It's see-through, so the Sylvia kind of has that really interesting look. But we'll work more on them, you know, we'll add some of the gold or silver or one of those other paints. Is this dry? This one's looking cute. Just add a bit of background. I think it would look nice if we had gold to it. And these ones, they dry. Really? I suppose we could add words as well, like text and things like that, but not today. But think I know what the problem is with this one. This was a wrapping paper that was like a plasticky looking, and look, it just totally melted. It didn't work. We are left with a white button. It's okay, we can now add something else to it. What can we add? Let's turn it. Or maybe this part with the blue flowers. That would look nice, wouldn't it? So the conclusion is wrapping paper that is shiny like this won't work. Just leave that to dry a little bit. These are the painted ones. They're done. They're done. It's not done. We will do more to these to be. What's this one? Is also. This one doesn't have any images, but it's got that texture. It's not that obvious, but once we add some of the finger wax, it might become more obvious. Some leaves and words. Still sticky. And this one is sticky, so we'll just leave them, oops, to dry properly. But we can work on these ones. I think the paint has dried in these, so I just want to add a bit of that, maybe I can add green one. What's this? Iridescent green. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that looks nice. It's got shine. This looks really good with this pink. I find this really relaxing, playing with colors, the buttons. I think it's cute. It look good on a nautical theme journal. That's what it looked like before we altered it, so I think it's quite an improvement. Alright, for this one I want to use a bit of gold. Let's do this one. This one's kind of more like a paint. think, let's see if I have the original one. I think it's an improvement. Gorgeous. I want to add a bit of something to these ones, so this one gold would look good, perhaps this old gold. I love it. Hope you can see the napkin texture is kind of showing when you add contrasting color to the background. So because we had pink, and when adding this silver lighter color, it just popped out. So I'm thinking maybe for this one we do the same. This we just put a napkin. Now the butterfly is not showing anymore. I mean, it's there, but it's barely visible. But I just love the texture. I just love it. Looks good. Now these ones, I don't know. Maybe we can do the same with that. Just add a bit of silver, so that they have that cooler colors. Purple. Perhaps a bit of nice. Okay, so the ones that we decoupaged on, it would be wise to actually put some varnish on top, like, you know, just to protect the surface a little bit. Okay, so I will put this aside, and then I'll be back to finish them off. I'm going to use just ordinary varnish. I think this is a glossy one, so I'll just put a little bit there. And the buttons that I only painted with finger wax, I don't need to varnish them like these here. They are okay like that. The rest might need a bit of protection, and I've done these off camera, so I'm going to varnish them as well, but because I just wanted to see what they look like, and I'm trying to keep the videos to about less than an hour, so it's hard to fit everything in if I spend 3 hours doing this. I think this is just finger wax as well. So the rest is basically this. So you just get a bit of varnish and you just go over the top bit, you know, because paper can lift off, the glue might stop working, and this way you protect it. Just like that. And the ones that we painted, I would also do a little bit, just to get that protection of the paint. You know how acrylic paints can sometimes just, you know, lift off, so I will do that. Okay, so I'll do the same for all of them, and then I will be back to show you the end result. Let's have a look what we made. We've got these that we just painted, this as well. There's one more, I think, just with finger wax. These were painted with these acrylic paints. This is also just wax. Some decoupaged ones. I think they all look gorgeous. Just one layer of varnish was enough. I mean, you can put 2 if you want, but I think 1 is alright, because we did put glue on under and over and another layer of varnish. That's just fine. So that one turned out so nice. I also like the little purple ones that have a bit of a silver on top. Also these ones that we painted with acrylics, after we added varnish, they became really glossy and nice looking, almost like glass. I just love them. Then there's this one. I think that was a butterfly decoupage, but then we put silver finger wax on top, so the butterfly is not really visible, but I really love the texture on that one. Also these ones that I've made with those muffin molds. This one was on a brown button. I really love how that one turned out, but also this one on a black button, the same paper on a black button. You can see the difference. This one's also nice. Then what else? Oh, one of my favorites is this one with that brown text and a leaf from a napkin. I think that one looks really nice as well. This one as well. And these pink ones. This is the same button, but we created 3 different ones, but they're actually the same. So you can achieve different results with, you know, depending on what you need. And what else? That one was really interesting as well. It was a clear plastic button, and we decoupaged the napkin and then put some varnish on top, and on this side is this smooth, so you can also use it like that. And this one has a bit of a texture. These are just gorgeous as they are. They're just really cute. So this one's also interesting with the butterfly, dragonfly and a book page and the bronze around. I think they're just gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you ideas how to revamp your own buttons, and let me know what you think. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.